GEM Sports.
In the new era of college football, recruitment has changed drastically, and at Western Illinois University, head coach Joe Davis is ready to see all their hard work come together.
Member of my staff this spring has contacted every single high school football coach in the state of Illinois.
Recruiting throughout the state has been the top priority for second-year head coach Joe Davis, and it is those type of personal relationships that has helped Western Illinois land the top-ranked recruiting class in the OVC.
It's very reflective of the hard work that our coaching staff has put in. They really identified guys that were excellent fits here for Western, but really put together a class that I think is going to be very impactful here in the OVC.
In the new age of college football, we are seeing players switch teams more than ever, but the philosophy of recruiting is simple for Davis.
Regardless of age or level or location, we have a responsibility to find the best 105 guys that we can every single year. If they come from the high school ranks, great. You know, if they come from the transfer portal, that's great too. But certainly there's been a renewed focus from our staff on recruiting the state.
When Joe Davis took over the Leatherneck football program, the team only had 30 players from Illinois, and since has nearly doubled that number. But as WIU enters year 2 of the Joe Davis era, the goal is a simple one.
Whatever your area of responsibility is, make it better. You know, take a step. And so I think collectively, when we think about improvement, you know, whether it be in the weight room, on the field, in the classroom, those are typically very, very good markers towards a successful football program.
Western Illinois will kick off their first 2 games this fall on prime time as they'll face off against Illinois and Northwestern on the road.